All right, hello, and welcome to this very first playthrough of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. We are on a mission to beat 100 games every year, and this is game number 22 in 2024. And we're going to start this video the way we start every initial video of a game I play, and I'm going to very briefly tell you what I already know about this game. So I've got my How Long to Beat page pulled up here, and I can see that Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker came out in June of 2010. So PS3 era, squarely in the middle of PS3 era. And according to How Long to Beat, it is 18 hours long, if we hurry. It's main story only, so that's almost exactly the same length as Metal Gear Solid 4. So, you know, pretty beefy, pretty lengthy game. And before I booted this up, that was all I knew. Now, I have some information now. Apparently, it takes place in 1974 during the Peace Walker incident. So this was 1964. So this is probably still Big Boss, I would assume. This is long before Solid Snake. If I'm not mistaken. And so it's a prequel. I know that now, and that's all I know. I've played every Metal Gear Solid game up to this point, so that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I have not played 5. I haven't played Revengeance. I'm playing Revengeance after this at some point. Not immediately after. But so I have no idea what the story is about. I have no idea what the enemies are like, if it's how different it is, if it's, you know, if they've made any changes to the formula, how good it is, how difficult it is. I don't know any of that stuff. We're going in fresh. We're playing this on the PS3 on the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection disc. So this is not, I don't think this is the HD remaster. It's just a port of the game, I believe. In the era of the 1970s, Big Boss is stationed his army without a nation in Colombia, South America, where he is approached by visitors from Costa Rica, a nation without a military. In the wake of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Latin America became key to maintaining the power between the East and the West, but now a mysterious armed force threatens to disrupt this balance. To preserve peace and neutrality in Costa Rica, the Soldiers Without Borders move into action. In time, they would come to be known as the founders of Outer Heaven. Oh, I remember Outer Heaven. Kind of a little bit. I'm not great with my Metal Gear lore. I don't understand a lot of it. It's very complicated. But I get the broad strokes. It's been a long time since I played a Metal Gear game. I played the 7th... I think I played the Metal Gear Solid 4 in September. So it's been almost 6 months. Let me see when I actually did. August. It was August 3rd. It's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. Over 6 months. This game saves data. Yeah, it's fine. I've been putting off this. I was really hurrying to get through these last year, and then I found out that Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater Delta that's coming out is just a shot-for-shot, or mostly a shot-for-shot remake, which means I wouldn't be able to, in good conscience, to be able to call it a totally different game if I beat it. So I'm probably not going to play it. And once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay. I was trying to get them all beaten before that came out. Now, no need to rush, so I pumped the brakes. Plus, to be perfectly honest, I have struggled with this franchise. I did quite like Metal Gear Solid 4. But I just have these games are hard. The controls aren't very. I don't want to say they're not good, but I don't like them. What are we doing here? Are we done? Oh, was I supposed to push something? So I've got kind of a hot or cold kind of a relationship with this franchise, but. What was that? That was fast. Was that a character? Everything in this game is fictional message? That's what it looked like. This is a work of fiction? Press start button. Okay. Edit screen display settings. Just the screen until the red line surrounding the background fit the screen perfectly. Move the screen position. Okay, press X to apply your changes. Alright. I usually don't have to change that, but I actually did a little bit. New game. Yeah, we've never booted this one up. Input your player name. Your player name. Up to 15 uppercase letters, numbers, and or specific symbols. Okay. Up to 15. Oh God. Can I have an actual? Can I get an actual fucking? Keyboard? What is this shit? Yep, that's me. Select your control scheme. Oh, Jesus. Shooter type. The configuration is similar to that of MSG4. MGS4. Or action type. The configuration is similar to that of MPO. What the fuck is MPO? Hunter type. The configuration is similar to that of the Monster Hunter Freedom series. Oh, Jesus. Well, so what is it? So crouch. Because the controls were much better in 4 than they were in any of the other ones. So if it's like 4, that's probably okay. Crouch is still X. I don't love that, but... reload is circle. I mean, yeah, it's weird, you know? The whole thing is weird. Action button is triangle. Auto aim switch is square. Okay, what are my other options? Reload's always going to be circle, so none of this is going to be good. I'm just going to stick with the original. That's fine. 2 slot swap, 3 slot cycle. I'll just stick with the way that I'm used to. Sorry, these are bugging me already. Select button, auto aim switch. Co-ops communication. Just keep it default. I'm already annoyed. It'll be alright. Alright, here we go. We're going to watch 2 hours of cutscenes and then we can play. The year was 1964. The world was firmly in the grip of the Cold War, divided into East and West. One of America's heroes had defected to the Soviet Union. Yeah, the original boss, right? She was known as the Boss, the mother of the Special Forces, and the soldier said to have led the Allies to victory in World War II. However, the American-made miniature nuclear warhead she took with her was used to destroy a Soviet research facility. Facing full-scale nuclear war, the leaders of the world superpowers held top-secret talks to avert Armageddon. The Soviet Union wanted assurance that this was not the work of Uncle Sam. They wanted America to eliminate one of its most legendary soldiers, the Boss. The person assigned this mission was her closest apprentice, the soldier known as Snake. Snake made the anguished journey into enemy territory, eventually confronting and killing the bosses at a fortress called Groznygrad, proving America's innocence and avoiding nuclear something. Having saved the world, Snake was hailed as a true hero and given the title Big Boss. So this is all from Metal Gear Solid 3. Following the awards ceremony, however, Snake disappeared. Okay. Yeah, so this is all Big Boss stuff. Okay, good. Time to brush up on my Big Boss lore. And let's see, this came out in 2010. When did 4 come out? 2008? Is that right? Yeah. This is 2 years later. Metal Gear Solid 4 looked pretty good for a game from 2008. Soldiers Without Borders. November 4th, 1974, 3:42 p.m. What does that say? Costa Rica? Venezuela? Something. Oh shit. Fucking goddamn it. Controller vibrated right off the table. I don't remember why he has that scar.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
Oh, tutorial time?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in
put me on
enemy
the spot.
territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your targets. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up. Good. Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good. Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
Wait a minute, so this is... Can I switch that?
All right,
Why does...
let's try left and right on the right stick one more time.
Oh, for Christ's sake. No.
Look right. Good. Look left. Good.
Oh, now it's changed.
You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
There, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Really? You can't crawl?
Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a
That's
little
interesting.
to walk slowly. Tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful. Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it! That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Fine work, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts.
What? That'll kill them.
The receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun
Forever.
rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now, we'll move on to CQC. CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what
I
you're
won't,
used to.
I promise.
Pretend you are learning it for the first time.
Good, no problem.
The
You
first
got it.
technique is throwing your opponent. To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be sure to press the attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Start talking. That is incorrect, boss! Boss, you have to press the attack button as you tilt the left stick.
Okay.
Fine work, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you.
I'm gonna
This
forget
is a
that.
cornerstone of CQC. Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out. Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my
That's
command.
incorrect, boss.
Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained. Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Okay.
Impressive, boss! Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies by throwing an opponent you have restrained. First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw them. By tilting the left stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss!
I didn't think I was gonna do it.
Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Broke those
Fine work,
motherfucking
boss.
ankles.
All right! Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Okay.
Next. Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Next.
Is that not it? Did I do it?
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Next.
Am I doing it too late?
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Next.
I did it.
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! I'll explain it again! When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go.
Oh, I may be messing up by holding down the attack button. Oh, I know. I have to hold down the attack.
Press the attack button when the icon appears.
I did.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears.
Okay. Left stick
Boss,
plus attack
press
button.
the attack button when the icon appears. Next.
I did it.
Boss, press the attack button when the icon appears. Next.
Oh, I have to do all three.
Fine work, boss.
I see. I didn't understand what they were trying to... Okay, well that's good. I can take out a bunch of people like that. Alright, let me see if I can do it without fucking it up this time.
Boss, press the attack button when
Yeah, I know. I got it now.
Fine work, boss.
I got it. I got
And
it.
stop. That's it for today. Thank you, boss.
You're welcome.
Snake.
He looks a little different than he did in 4. Oh, well, he's younger looking. But, I mean, like, his face looks a little different. Snake. David
What's
Hager.
going on, Kaz?
Whoa, what's this?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Oh, this is cool.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley.
Doing like a comic book style.
I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
This is cool.
Ah, thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
I'll stick to my
What
diet
brings
soda.
a
Thank you.
distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
Galvez.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The peace constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas.
Is that really
They're
true?
far
Costa
too
Rica never had an
organized.
army?
What's your government's take?
Because they have a constitution peace treaty thing?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
La CIA?
The CIA.
As you both
Oh,
know,
okay.
the United States views
like, who's
Central
La-
America as its
The singer?
backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
Is that
I
true too?
understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The governments agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz.
Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon.
Guess she didn't shake hands.
Town in La Costa del Mar.
Little Red Riding Hood is unimpressed.
A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child. 16 years old.
What?
They did
She's right here.
terrible things to her.
Oh, she escaped.
But
Okay.
somehow she managed to escape.
Zoom.
Thank God.
Wait, what?
She's
What am I-
huérfana. Her mother died when she was small.
Oh, there we go.
And she lost her
Oh,
grandparents in the
Jesus.
Civil
what
War.
are we doing?
She hates war with a passion like no other.
Okay.
My name is Paz.
I don't know why I was able to do
I
that.
will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country.
Zoom.
Make them leave Costa Rica.
Zoom.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Zoom. Prologue. Oh, the prologue just starting. Oh, great. An army without borders. Woof. Oh, okay. Caribbean coast, Costa Rica.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view.
I want to look. How many? I died 148 times in Metal Gear Solid, 138 in 2, 71 in 3, and only 36 in 4.
There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the directional buttons while holding the R2 button to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut. Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu.
What? Okay, alright, yeah, okay, got it. Got the map. Region map. You're throwing a lot at me, but it's okay. You said shoot a coconut?
Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit, the more effective it is. Tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them.
You just told me to squeeze off a few rounds.
The M16 is a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire. Using auto-aim enables you to quickly draw a bead on the target. It's not entirely reliable, though. If you want accuracy, go manual. Auto-aim only works with live targets. That means it won't snap to some threats. So be careful.
Okay, but how do I manually aim? Up reloads as well? Alright, whatever. I can't figure out how to shoot the coconuts, so...
The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake? Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. Snake, don't you think you could use a little more practice?
Okay, yeah, but,
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Oh, How do I manually aim? I'm trying to figure out how to shoot one of those coconuts. Oh, there we go. Oh! You just hit select. Okay, I missed that.
Perfect.
Okay. Got it. I'm ready.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind and break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Yep. Who? Paz? Boss? November 4th, 1974, Barranquilla Coast, Colombia. 8:41 p.m.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, guys. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war
MSF
here.
is the
All we need to
acronym
do
for
is find out who the
Militaria
security company
Sans
really is.
Frontier, whatever.
Come on, Kaz. It's
Got
pretty
it.
obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Why is your
Put on some
lighter always
coffee,
garbage,
guys.
Snake?
It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I don't smoke very often anymore, but watching people smoke in video games always makes me want one. I don't usually do it anyway, but maybe a couple of times 3 or 4 times a year, probably.
I was a heavy smoker.
And then I immediately regret it. I'm
When
like,
I got my medal
I
from the
didn't do
Secretary
this.
General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since.
CCCP.
It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
Yep, he's KGB. That's the guy they were talking about,
That's just a
right?
code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. You stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade?
That's when you got
What did I
it.
call you back at
You only
Center?
used it for a moment.
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point.
Come on, man. Your prosthetics hand says CCCP on it. You don't expect him to figure it
Slim
out?
as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with
What does
it,
that mean?
its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the
Nicaragua.
pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer.
I'll show you my unit.
Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa, where Paz
Show
was
you how I earned
imprisoned.
my name.
Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Oh my, can I still zoom and stuff?
Her escape.
Yeah.
She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
What's the point?
A portable
Sony stereo cassette player.
The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
It's
I
Japanese.
believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
Sony's not from Russia. I like the Sony plug, by the way.
A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Yeah, so? There's a horse.
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss.
What?
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
Is that the Carpenters?
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss is
myself.
alive in Costa Rica.
Boss is alive?
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA.
How could she
thus
be alive?
Surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss.
What's happening right now?
Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait.
Really? You've got a lighter on your finger?
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
Alright. I forgot how many cutscenes. I mean, I remember, I had briefly, I'm not mentally prepared for this many cutscenes, but I should be. This game is more than half
There they are.
cutscenes, I bet.
CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
Alright, I'll try. I'm garbage at that, but I'll give it a shot.
This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Okay, but how do I see the map?
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings. The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
There's not really a good place to put this camera. We can try... I'll tell you what. We'll try this. Because I didn't realize that this was going to be blocking the... as much as it is. We can try this. Oh, no, this isn't going to work. Oh, shit. Okay, we can try... No, that's not going to work either. Well... Let's try this. No, let's... Oh, Jesus. This is going to be hard. Let's try this. I looked at some screenshots to figure out where these should go. And I think there's, like, health bars up at the top when there's, like, bosses and stuff. I think. So let's try this and see if this is any better. Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry. It's on this side. I have to flip it.
When you clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east.
Alright, head east. Got it. Alright, let's try this for a little bit and see if that's any better. Okay, so there's a guy there, right? I can just vault this. Okay. Okay. There's important information all over the screen. So this is going to be dicey. We'll try this for a while. Alright.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Infiltrate the supply facility at Puerto del Alba, the coastal port where Paz was imprisoned, and obtain intel on the bases of the armed group occupying Costa Rica. Okay. You know what I just realized? I think this is the beginning of Chapter 1. I've got a mission list here. Investigate the supply facility. So yeah, let's stop here. And we'll call this the prologue, and then we'll do at least part of Chapter 1 on the next one. Alright, see you then. Appreciate you.